Lee Davis here on this rainy spring day. People ask me about, does their employer have liability if they have mesothelioma? And that's an interesting question. First, and most importantly, it depends on what jurisdiction you're in. If you're in West Virginia, there's an actual statute that covers it. If you're in Pennsylvania, there is a recent court decision from the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, relatively recent court, called Tully, that says you're not just limited to your damages from the workers' comp system, because you couldn't sue, because mesothelioma unfortunately doesn't occur for many, many years afterwards, because you couldn't sue under the workers' comp system. You can go after the companies that you worked for if your diagnosis is after the 300 weeks statute of limitations for workers' comp. West Virginia is a little different, but they require knowledge and deliberate intent of the employer. Basically, the employer knew that asbestos was being used in their plant and they knew the dangers and let it go on anyways. And that happened. These are big companies. Dow, DuPont, PPG, Mobe, American Cyanamid. They were all very big companies. They knew exactly what was going on in their plants. Let's not kid ourselves. U.S. Steel did some of the original studies back in the 40s with Union Carbide and others. Let's not kid ourselves. They knew what was going on. So if you have been diagnosed with mesothelioma beyond what I would call the normal primary defendants that we would look at in a case, we would also look at where and who you worked for, but beyond who made the asbestos and who distributed it, who installed it, who engineered maybe or designed the product being installed, or the architecture or the engineering, depending on the case. That's a jurisdictional matter too. But we would look at that. But if your employer had the knowledge and you got mesothelioma, we would certainly look into whether or not they would be liable for your disease and the damages that it caused. If you need my help, give me a ring. Lee Davis, 412-781-0525, or leewdavis.com for more.